first part we're going to talk about is the cerebral cortex right there. And it's basically the gray matter, which is densely packed neurons, and it's part of the brain that is responsible for higher level thinking. And it has 4 different lobes. The next part is the brainstem, which is right at the bottom, and it's responsible for automatic survival functions, and it consists of the hypothalamus, pons, thalamus, medulla, reticular formation, and cerebellum, and all the cranial nerve nuclei except those associated with vision and smell are located in the brainstem. The next part is the medulla oblongata, and it is located directly above the spinal cord, and its functions are involuntary and perform crucial tasks such as regulating heart rate, blood pressure, and breathing. The next part is the reticular formation, which is right behind it, and it forms part of the core of the brain and is responsible for arousing the cortex in order to keep the brain alert. And it basically regulates the sleep-wake cycle and filters incoming stimuli to discriminate irrelevant background stimuli. And the last part is the pons, right here. And it's a brainstem structure located above the medulla, and it's basically like a message station between several areas of the brain. And it helps relay messages from the cortex and the cerebellum, and it plays a key role in sleep, dreaming. In the past, the sleep state where dreaming is most likely to occur has been proven to originate right here in the pons.
This is the cerebellum. It helps us judge time, modulate our emotions, and discriminate sounds and textures. It also coordinates voluntary movement. This is the thalamus. It's also known as the brain sensory switchboard. It is located on top of the brainstem, and it directs messages to the sensory receiving areas in the cortex and transmits replies to the cerebellum and medulla. This is the basal ganglia. It's a group of neurons located deep within the cerebral hemisphere of the brain. It is important for movement regulation, and it controls voluntary movement and establishes posture. This is the hypothalamus. It's the portion of the brain that contains a number of small nuclei with a variety of function. It's part of the limbic system, and it's part of the thalamus. The main purpose is to link nervous system to the endocrine system through the pituitary gland. This is the pituitary gland. It's the endocrine's most influential gland. It regulates growth and controls other endocrine glands.
So this is the hippocampus, a neural center that is located in the limbic system. It helps process explicit memories for storage. Next is the amygdala, which is linked to emotions, emotional behavior, and motivation. Next is the corpus callosum, the large band of neural fibers connecting the 2 brain hemispheres and carrying messages between them. Next is the frontal lobe, the portion of the cerebral cortex lying just behind the forehead. It is involved in the speaking and muscle movements and in making plans and judgments. This is the parental lobe, one of the 4 major lobes of the cerebral cortex. It is located above the occipital lobe and behind the frontal lobe and central sulcus. This lobe is mainly responsible for sensory information. This is the motor cortex / strip. It is found in the frontal lobe, the primary area of our brain involved with planning and executing voluntary movements.